Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Arizona Dreams. Today we are camping again. This time we are going to be outside of Flagstaff. And again we are doing our dispersed camping with our rig, and we're just now pulling in and trying to find a spot. You can see this is a popular area. And this is Forest Road 171. So we've picked our spot. It's a beautiful wooded spot. We're not too far off of the Forest Road. Again, 171. There's a couple back here, so take your pick. And there's a lot of people back here. So I recommend going back further so that you get away from a lot of people. So if you want your peace and quiet, which we definitely got that, and a lot of trees around us, it's a beautiful area. And I'm just about ready to start setting up the rig. Two things that we've noticed so far. There are train tracks that run parallel to I-40, and that's a very busy train track. It's a cross-country track, so you'll hear those. We've already heard 2 trains go by, and we've been here for 15 minutes. The other thing is a lot of these forest roads are hot spots for four-wheeling and cycling and mountain biking. So you will hear that during the day. We've already seen 2 or 3 four-wheelers go by. I don't think it's a big of a deal. You know, we're pointing away from the road, so I think we're going to be fine, but hopefully they don't do it too late in the night. That's the only concern I would have. We'll definitely hear the trains at night, but big deal, they're trains.
How are you liking the shade this time?
It's great. Oh yes, and I forgot, it's delightful.
Oh, it's delightful. So this time we have plenty of shade from trees. So we aren't going to have to deal with the sun issue, and if we don't want the canopy up, we really don't have to do it, so that is really nice. So we've traded a mountain view for a forest view, but it's still really nice and peaceful out here, so I don't mind not having as scenic a view as we are used to and we've been spoiled with.
Making sure everything's good and secure?
Yeah.
Yes? All right, this is my assistant. He makes sure that we're all squared away before we set it up, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like safe.
Did you tap the tires and all that stuff?
Well, the tent's all up. It went a lot faster this time. And now we're eating. The boys are having pinwheels. Are they good?
Yeah.
I'm chowing on some sushi, so it's rough camping.
Good times, huh?
This is what it's about right here.
Good times. Once again, it's gonna be a high of 100 and what? 106 in Phoenix.
Yep.
We're in the 70s here in Flagstaff.
We actually got 79 right now, according to Belmont. I'm pulling Belmont on my watch.
So it was like a 3-hour trip to get here, minus the traffic.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was an accident. That's one thing I will tell you. Make your peace with the fact that if you're leaving on the weekend, so is everybody and their brother and their sister. I
will say, this spot, as was the last spot, it is dusty. So you don't like a lot of dust kicking up. I think Sedona may have been dusty. All 3 spots have been dusty.
Spots are
it's
dusty.
Just dusty.
It's just the nature of where we live. The entire state's got a lot of sand. It's also got a lot of rock. So, you know, no matter where you go, you're going to run into loose sand. This place is actually much more sandy than any of the spots that we've been to. And by far the loosest ground that we've had to pound our spikes into, which was nice.
Yeah, it was the softest ground we've had.
You can't see it, but there's the green thing. I think we've shown you that before, that we have our Thunderbox, which is our portable toilet. One of the tips that you'll see all over the place is how to handle the stink. That's where we treat ourselves like cats. Good old kitty litter. So basically, here's the gist. You do your business, you take a scoop, dump it in, it absorbs just like it does for the cat, and it actually does help minimize the odor. Now, does it get rid of it? No. But it does take it down quite a bit. So we take a box of this stuff with us.
There's sacrifices you make when you boondock or dry camp or whatever you want to call it. Of course, you don't have facilities. You don't have the, you know, bathrooms. You don't have any hookups or anything like that. Now, not that we would need the hookups because we don't have a camper or anything, but I feel like what we gain is privacy. We can see people in the distance, but the difference between camping in a campground where you have somebody on one side of you and somebody on the other side, you can literally hear conversations, music, all kinds of action all day and even all night, because I couldn't sleep one night in a campground because it was so loud. But I just love the privacy, at least in the places that we've been. We've been able to have pretty big camping spots all to ourselves.
Yeah, just like the last time, we can see there's one vehicle of some kind over that way. It's through the trees. Now we're a little closer to the path this time.
Yeah, so
to the fire road. So you heard one go through while we were talking. There goes another car. But you know, it's 1 o'clock. It's a very comfortable day. We've got a nice breeze coming through.
This is the first time we've had a little bit of trash at our campsite. I mean, it's not as bad as I've heard, but still, you know, they could have cleaned that up. I'm not sure why there are tires here or what that's all about, but we can't do anything about the tires. But we are going to be
cleaning up their
clean up
their slack.
Yeah, clean up the trash that was left behind. I mean, what is this? Somebody left a towel? No. So they brought a trash bag, but they just left it instead of taking it with them. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Ew. In the middle of cleaning this up, my daughter said that she found or saw some poop. We have our limits. We do not clean up other people's poop. That's just foul. So if you come out and camp, please clean up your stuff so that people that come after you don't have to. And she's going to clean it up anyway. Oh God, you deserve a medal for this. You didn't have to clean that up.
Well, what am I supposed to just leave it there?
You're a good girl. Well,
You can go to that.
make sure you wash your hands real good after this. We found some surprises today. I've heard about places getting shut down because there was a lot of trash and you know, people weren't being responsible. So we want to keep enjoying places like this. We got to clean up after ourselves.
And you know, going back to the having power in a campground, camping site, quite frankly, we don't need it even if we plugged everything that we had in, with the exception of a heater. Because we just don't have the circuit, the wattage to push that, you know, it's a 1500 watt space heater that's not going to fly. We've got our solar panel that I showed you guys before. The rig has its own battery, which we run our lights off of, and we can run other things off of that. It has 2 plugs that we can plug into and a USB port.
Yeah, so we bring our own power, so that part really isn't a big deal for us.
And we actually have a panel for the rig too.
So we got a new game this time for...
Oh yes, we're playing ladder ball. Yeah. You got these things that are called bolos. Okay. And you go like this, you go, and you try to get them to stay on there. So then you gotta, like that. Okay. Look.
Okay, go.
Just toss it. Oh, look at you. You even broke it. That's how good you are. Okay, you gotta throw a little harder than that. And our first foray into camping was a campground. It was on Lake Erie. And it was a pretty campground. But exactly what she said, we had a massive tent. But on the one side we had an RV, and on the other side we had 3 or 4 tents. And the RV side, he was really cool. But the other side, and that's not that they weren't nice, they were loud. And you know, like I said, we had a baby, and my daughter was 5 or 6. They were up till like midnight or 1.
They were well into the night.
You know, and they were doing their thing, and that's fine. But it's not fine when you got little kids and you're trying to get them to sleep.
Did I mention it was dusty? Look at that shirt. You're a mess.
All right, pick up the red ones.
Playing hide and seek. Still looking for his brother.
You found me.
You're not supposed to come out. That's not finding you.
I'm
amazed that we're finding these great campsites and they're free. Boondocking has brought a certain amount of anxiety every time we go because I'm so used to reserving a campsite before we leave and knowing we're gonna have that campsite. Whereas when you go with the boondocking thing and you're going down these fire roads and you're just going until you find a spot that looks good, you always wonder, are there gonna be open spots? Are we gonna get lost? Is it gonna be too close together? So not having a destination in a reserved spot has always been kind of nerve-wracking, but we really lucked out because we've always pretty easily found a spot with plenty of room and space and really no issues. I think it's been
now
positive.
On the flip side, when you get here, because you do get all anxious for the week prior.
Yeah.
And she does.
But I don't want to come all the way 3 hours away and then we can't find a spot.
We'll always find a spot. If I have to drive around until it's nighttime, we'll find a spot.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, once you get here and I mean, literally, when I park and get out and say, okay, this is where I'm setting it, tell them what happens with you.
You know, camping is just really relaxing for me. I mean, I think when you live in the valley and you're always dealing with a bunch of people and traffic and, you know, air pollution and all that other crap. Move to Phoenix, you'll love it. Now, there's a lot of great things about living there, but sometimes you just need to get away, and you just need some peace and quiet and some trees. So yeah, if you don't think you'll like camping, I know I hear so many people are like, oh, I can't deal with that. It's just I need my comforts and all that stuff.
We're not exactly roughing it either.
Just try it.
Get a solar panel and a battery storage, you know. Get some nice cots. Get some good quality sleeping bags.
Yeah, I'll tell you, not sleeping on the floor, on the ground.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Because you're eliminating the cold of the ground, but you're also eliminating the roughness of the ground.
Yeah, the ground here is very rocky. Very rocky.
Sleeping pads are great, don't get me wrong.
They didn't work for me. I had a sleeping pad. First time.
Yeah, I know, but it's a sleeping pad. You're still gonna feel what's underneath you. When you get up off the ground in a cot or on a bed or an air mattress is another great opportunity. If you want to do that, I know a lot of people throw those in the tents. It's phenomenal.
If you have an RV, you got it made, man.
Yeah. Throw the RV, lower the stilts, and
yeah.
I went and got these guys from Goal Zero. These are pretty cool because they're chargeable, they're rechargeable. That's what this USB cord is for. You can actually put it into any USB port. It's also got a backup of a crank. So for, I think it's every minute you crank, you get 10 minutes of light. The cool thing is they're completely rechargeable. So there's no change in batteries. I don't have to worry about anything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ready or not, here I come!
Alright, say something.
Blow them out. Don't let them burn.
I was thinking
She's burning the mellows.
It's supposed to be toasted like that. It's supposed to look like that.
Oh, he's
What
doing
are we
all
doing?
kinds of colors. Like
Right now, I'm taking off this white and I'm putting on
color.
colors.
Ta-da.
The rainbow. Ta-da! Now we got a yellow light.
Whoa!
Okay, we need to cancel Shane Dawson. We cancel.
Yes, we did.
Yellow.
Cancel Shane Dawson.
Yellow, yellow.
And there's one of each color except for white. There's a bunch.
One yellow,
Well,
one
if they
blue,
were down,
and one.
Are you guys sleeping with Dad tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're sleeping.
you're gonna sleep in the cot then?
We were at the haunted house, and we saw a
Can't see your
vampire,
A vampire.
and he tried to suck our blood, and he did. The lights were flickering like that.
Oh my goodness.
And then disappeared into the haunted house.
Can't see your face.
Earth. And
Oh my
then
goodness. Haunted house.
it's really dark and there was no lights. And we turned into monsters.
Monsters. What you making here today, this morning?
Stuffed French toast. Mascarpone cheese, or mascarpone, however you say it. And some fruit. And 2 pieces of Texas toast dipped in an egg wash. Alright, so it's the next morning. We had our breakfast. Again, my youngest had some sleeping issues, so if anybody's got any tips, this boy will not stay in his sleeping bag and struggles to pull up his own covers and whatnot. So we're a little frustrated with that, but otherwise than the nighttime woes, we had, you could hear the trains. If you're in a tent, I'm going to tell you, you'll hear the trains. Whether or not you can sleep through them or not remains to be seen, because we were up quite a bit for taking care of my youngest. The rest of the trip was great. This is a great area to camp. It's beautiful, and you are pretty secluded. It's hard pressed to see another person, minus if you're close to the trail. You'll see cars go up and down, you'll see runners, you'll see 4-wheelers. It's a good trip. I definitely like the spot. You know the drill. Subscribe, share, like, comments down below. Check back for the next video. Take care.
Because you are just winging it. I mean, you have a road that you know you want to go down, but you don't.
Sorry. You gotta want to pause. He's backing into our spot, and I just want to make sure he's not coming in.
You done looking over there?
Sorry, I
Right.
wanted to know what was going on.
All right. Boondocking for me has brought a certain amount of anxiety. Quiet!
Quiet.
All right, as I was saying,
When we pull it into the spot, I put it into park, I get out, survey the area, and get back in and say, I'm good. I'm gonna start setting up. And then she's like, It's almost like somebody commented that was 65 years old and said what he could do for her in 1 hour. I don't need an hour, dude. I need to park the car. Boom.
really?
Yeah. Still 20 minutes or 30 minutes.
Chill, dude.
And you gotta entertain these guys.
Said chill, dude.
They're happy, but they're still kind of hiding in the tent.
Let's come 3 hours to go stay in a tent all day. Shut up! And fight.
I will tell you this. We are